At the outset, I'll welcome each and every one of you to this closing function of the second 2 days GST refreshers training cum stakeholders meet. We had an excellent training session. We had 4 sessions. 3 sessions were dedicated to the taxpayers of state and CGST officers in the state of Nagaland, and then 1 session totally dedicated to the taxpayers and business leaders, actors of in the state. And we had a very fruitful and successful training program. We are very much honored by your presence, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, and then Advisor Dr. Kreke Yome, and Advisor Taxes and CA Deputy Sri Kodicho Kamo,
and tax officers across the country to fill the indirect tax compliance. GSTN extends its arm to states by staying connected, always to resolve queries, provide updates, and as well as conduct trainings 24/7 across the year. This initiative of training in Nagaland is one of such initiatives of the outreach programs of GSTN, where we had to interact with the tax officers of the state and as well as the taxpayers of the state. It was a memorable and a pleasant experience over here. We look forward to come frequently to the state and resolve the queries, and also to have swift actions to address your problems. Thank you.
To share their expertise and their skills in giving us more insight and help us in learning more of GST, so that our state also will be empowered with more knowledge, with more skills, and it will be more friendly with the implementation of our GST. I want to thank our business community who are present here on my behalf and on behalf of the state government, and also the Department of Taxes, because you are very special. You are the core, the heart, you are the pillars of building our nation. The contributions that you have made to the GST Council is not for, or just you have complied something, but also you have complied some rules. But your contribution has helped the government to survive. The people, the last person in the country, the first person in the state, or the last person in the state can benefit from the contribution you have made. I am proud, I feel proud, and I'm happy that in our state, many youngsters, especially the business community, have taken the initiative and given their taxes on time and as per the rules, as per the norms laid down in the GST rules. Your cooperation, your support, and your contributions mean so much for us, and it is so much mean for the people of Nagaland. As we know that the whole idea of having this meeting is to create awareness of GST functionalities in the GST portal, compliance of rules and regulations, enforcements from the department, and for all the stakeholders, taxpayers, and even the tax officers alike. Also, it is a training to reach out to the stakeholders, to hear from them any issue and to resolve if there is any issue that we can work together. And to help each other as we navigate the various functionalities in the GST portal. The Department of Taxes is not only one of the most important departments, but also one of the best performing department today in the state. It is performing exceedingly well, and it generates 85% of the state-owned revenue as OTR. The department still has a huge opportunity to further improve in terms of revenue collection and in terms of instilling honesty and efficiency in the system by remaining vigilant and prompt in enforcing proper tax compliances by all concerned. Our state tax department has made our state proud by becoming the first state in the Northeast to successfully implement Aadhaar-based biometric authentication for registration to prevent fake registration in the state. The department is also trying its best to seamless integration of professional tax and is developing a payment gateway for easy access and painless online payments of professional tax, as well as efforts will be made to leverage available technology for easing of payments of taxes, which will benefit the entire business community. I urge the State Taxes Department officials to continue to be united and to continue to give efforts and by educating, sensitizing, and updating taxpayers at regular intervals and ensure that our esteemed taxpayers are well protected and promoted to conduct their business efficiently.
Everything is based on GST, and it is now sort of mandatory to have a very good command over it for a successful turnover. More importantly, understanding of input tax credit, ITC we call it, a critical feature of GST can significantly impact business, finances, if managed correctly. Keeping and maintaining accurate documentation is key to claiming ITC, and with the right knowledge, it will simplify and assist in the claim process of ITC. In this digital age, where things get evolved in the blink of an eye. It is important that regular training and workshop is conducted to stay updated and acquainted with the new functionalities available in the GST portal. From taxpayers of the state and center, GST departments, tax practitioners, to government department and every citizen that makes up the GST ecosystem should all have the requisite knowledge and understanding of the working mechanism. By learning from common mistake that business make while filing of GST returns, and complying it would help avoid penalties and ensure a smooth experience. I'm also happy to note that GST Network New Delhi, which is the provider of IT infrastructure service to both central and the state governments, taxpayers and other stakeholders for implementation of GST in India, has been consistently assisting the state government of Nagaland for smooth and effective implementation in the state. I'm told that this is the second visit to the state to train the tax authorities and also to educate and sensitize the stakeholders to facilitate smooth GST compliance by all concerned. We will continue to look forward for more of such training and workshop in the days to come. And the state government will always encourage and support to organize such program. Nagaland, being a consumer state, has greatly benefited from the implementation of GST, and the state has witnessed a tremendous improvement in the sales tax revenue compared to the earlier tax regime. GST has brought about revolutionizing change in India's indirect taxation system and also simplified compliance. The tax devolution and post-devolution revenue deficit grants that our state receives from the center, which is basically proceeds from taxes, has always been significant in running affairs of the state. The state government is happy to note that the state tax department has introduced and become the first among northeastern states to implement Aadhaar-based biometric authentication for registration in the state to prevent fake registration and thereby check generation of fake invoices to evade tax. The government is ensuring that the tax basis is further widened by bringing all liable dealers into the GST system and prevent evasion of tax in the state. Regulations provided under the Act should be utilized to plug loopholes and streamline the process of revenue collection. Towards this end, I strongly encourage tax officials to remain vigilant and ensure effective tax administration with transparency and accountability. I have confidence in the department and that it will flourish and achieve its target under the able guidance and leadership of the advisor, CAWD and Taxes, Sri Kudecho Kamo. I'm sure all the stakeholders here have been greatly benefited by this two days training, and I believe the compliance level will further improve and boost the moral implementation of GST in the state. Further, GST will no longer seem intimidating, but rather a manageable and straightforward system. The knowledge you gain today will prove to be a valuable asset and equip you with insight, practical skills, and a confidence to handle GST with greater ease. Once again, I thank the GST Network New Delhi and the State Taxes Department for organizing this program. And let us all hope that revenue generation and tax compliance will bring positive change in the state. Thank you and God bless you.